What's going on, you beautiful people? So this video is basically going to be for people that are deciding and want to document their journey, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's anywhere, but mainly we're going to talk about YouTube if you want to do it there. Honestly, anywhere. But you might be trying to decide, why is it important for me to be documenting, maybe not even documenting, but just like putting this stuff out, sharing this stuff, the stuff that you're learning, and being in continuous learning with that. And that's kind of a little hint at it. It's continuous learning. But I recently saw this video from this dude, and his name is Julian, and he has like over 700,000 subscribers on YouTube. And he was really talking about, I went to go look back at one of his old videos, man. It was like 10 years ago. And he just talked about how his journey and his process was just simply sharing the stuff that he was learning. And it's a continual learning process. And when he was doing that, it was from a place of sharing, a place of giving, a place of like, hey, this is what I learned. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of us always ask ourselves when we're thinking about this, what's the, like, why is it going to matter if I'm sharing this stuff, if I haven't done this stuff, and if I haven't, like, if there's a lot of information out there that's about this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of us might be thinking right now. But here's the thing. So firstly, for that first one, like, you haven't done it yet, so why are people going to listen? Why are people going to care? That's okay, man. Because I heard about this dude named Les Brown, and Les Brown is a public speaker, worldwide, world-renowned, and at first, he wanted to start, teaching people how to be speakers, teaching people how to, a lot of stuff like that. He wanted to teach people stuff that he hadn't necessarily done yet. And what he said is that he went to go talk to this one dude that he really looked up to, and he was like, I'm gonna go over here and talk to this dude. And he goes over there, he goes to his house, goes talk to him, and the dude basically stops him once he's sharing his dreams, his passions about sharing this stuff and doing this stuff, and he tells him, what makes you think that you can do something? What makes you think that you can be successful at something and teach people to do something that you haven't even done yet? And Les Brown is like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? Like, what the hell is, why are you going to demoralize me? Like, how? So he basically leaves. The wife tells him that the husband basically asked, do you think he's going to listen to me? And the wife's like, I don't know. And Les Brown basically said that, like, what makes you decide whether or not you think that I can do something? What makes you decide that you, like, who gives you the right to say whether or not we can do something? Who gives anybody the right to whether or not to say that you could do something? And Les Brown basically said that the dude was saying that Les Brown doesn't have enough knowledge to know that he can't do it. But it's the fact that he was still sharing in the process. He was still learning and growing in the process and continuing to grow and become who he was, man. I've also heard it with Russell Brunson, who is somebody else who's a very big marketer. He talks about how he would just share during the time that he went bankrupt. He would share all of his stories, all the stuff that was going on at that time. And people started following him despite the fact that he just went bankrupt. He said that was probably the best time to learn or to start sharing because he had to go through that process. He had to learn about that stuff. So you are in a process right now where you're learning stuff, where you're growing, where you're doing this stuff. And it's just going to be so amazing if you're able to share that process, because people are always going to be able to follow what you're doing, learn from you, learn from your experiences, learn all that stuff. And vice versa, you're also going to get to learn from your stuff too. If you go back and watch your videos, you're going to learn the lesson that you've learned in the past. Secondly, though, is about, like, what gives us, like, if there's so much stuff out there, there's so many people to learn from, so much stuff, anything, like, what gives us the right to be able to share this stuff? Why should we even be sharing it? And I think the best thing that I've realized is that this dude, Julian, he will, like, share stuff about books, and these things have over, like, 200,000 views on these videos that he just did talking about books. And for me, I have always been thinking, like, okay, what's going to give me the right to be able to share this stuff? But hearing it from him, hearing the way that he talked about it, because he's somebody that I was receptive to, I wanted to listen to for a multitude of reasons, and it just really hit listening to it from him. I could listen to it from anybody else. I'm sure a lot of people talk about these books he's talking about or anything that he's talking about, but from his specific point of view, from the way that he talks about it and stuff like that, is so perfect. And from that guy Les Brown, he also said that you and your story and the way that you want to talk about stuff, the way that you're going to bring stuff is so important, because nobody else in the world can match exactly who you are. Nobody has your unique personality, the way that you view things, the things that you love, the way that you can wrap stuff up in it, the way that you could just bring it to people. You are a one of one, and nobody else can match that. And that's why it's so important for you to go out there and share this stuff, because it might just click with that one specific person. It might be like, I don't get it from anybody else. I don't understand it from my own parents. I don't understand it from this person. But this person right here They're making jokes about specific things that I love. They are using analogies from specific things that I love. They're using, I don't know, they're just breaking it down in a simple way, whatever it might be, man. It's all these different things, man. Like for me, I'll talk about the Chainsaw Man movie. That's very specific to the anime. I made a whole video about that and wrapping it up in God. Like I don't really know that many people that are going to like share about God and how watching the Chainsaw Man movie helped me realize how powerful God is. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a specific thing, it's a unique thing, and you can do that same thing for a lot of other people. So I hope that for you, and I really hope that you just go out there and start sharing, because I have been so excited to share these videos ever since I've like had that realization. And I really wish and I really hope that you go out there and you decide to post anything that you can, anything that you're learning right now, because people are going to need it from you. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing one. I hope you're doing amazing today. Peace.